You think starting again means you failed, that everything you tried before didn't work, that all that time, all that effort was wasted. So now you hesitate, you wait, you overthink, because starting again feels like admitting something you don't want to face, that the life you built isn't the life you actually want. And that truth, it's uncomfortable. So instead of facing it, you stay where you are, not happy, not fulfilled, just stuck. You tell yourself it's okay. You say, maybe I just need more time. But deep down, time isn't the problem. You are. You wake up every morning with the same quiet thoughts. I should change something. I should try again. I should fix this. But you don't. Not really. You scroll, you distract yourself, you keep yourself busy doing things that don't matter. Because as long as you're distracted, you don't have to face the truth. And the truth is you're afraid of failing again, afraid of starting from zero, afraid that this time it might not work either. So you stay in the same place. Because at least here it's familiar. At least here you know what to expect. Even if it's not what you want, days pass, then weeks, then months, and nothing changes except one thing. That voice in your head gets louder. The one that keeps reminding you, this isn't your life. This isn't who you wanted to become. And no matter how much you ignore it, it doesn't go away. It follows you when you're alone, when you're quiet, when you finally stop running from yourself. And that's when it hits you. You're not stuck because you can't move forward. You're stuck because you refuse to start again. But here's the truth. Starting again isn't failure. It's awareness. It's realizing that something isn't right and having the courage to admit it. Most people never reach that point. They spend their entire lives pretending they are okay, pretending they're happy, pretending they don't feel that emptiness inside, but you do. And that changes everything. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. You start noticing things you ignored before, the way your days feel repetitive, the way your energy drains doing things you don't care about, the way you keep choosing comfort over growth, and suddenly staying the same becomes harder than changing. But this is where it gets difficult, because now you have a choice. You can either stay where you are, or you can start again. And starting again means letting go. Letting go of the version of you that made those past decisions, letting go of the plans that didn't work out, letting go of the time you already invested. And that's the part that hurts, because you feel like you're losing something. All that effort, all that time, all those years gone. But they're not gone. You just don't see it yet. Every mistake you made taught you something. Every failure you experienced shaped you. Every wrong path you took showed you what doesn't work. That's not wasted time. That's experience. And experience is the one thing you didn't have before. The version of you that's about to start again is not the same version that failed before. You're smarter now, more aware, more honest with yourself. But if you don't act on that, if you ignore this moment, here's what happens. Life keeps moving. Whether you do or not, 5 years pass, and you're still there. Same place, same habits. Same excuses, but now it's different. Now you feel it heavier, because now you know you had a chance to change and you didn't take it. You'll look back at this moment, this exact moment, and realize it was your turning point. The moment where everything could have been different, but you chose comfort, you chose fear, you chose to stay the same. And that realization, it hurts more than failure ever could, because failure means you tried. But this means you didn't. And that's the real regret. Not starting and failing, but never starting at all. And one day when you're older, when time isn't on your side anymore, you'll think about the person you could have become, the life you could have lived, the opportunities you didn't take, and you'll wish you had the courage to start again when you had the chance. But here's the thing, that future, it hasn't happened yet. You're still here, still in this moment, still with a choice, and that means something. Because you don't need to fix your entire life today. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to make one decision, a different decision than the one you made yesterday. Instead of waiting, act. Instead of thinking, move. Instead of doubting, try. It won't feel comfortable. It won't feel easy. You'll still feel fear. You'll still feel uncertain. But that's part of it. That's how you know you're moving in the right direction. Because growth doesn't feel safe. It feels unfamiliar. It feels uncomfortable. It feels like you're stepping into something unknown. But that's exactly where your new life is. On the other side of that discomfort, you don't need motivation to start. Motivation comes and goes. What you need is a decision, a simple, honest decision. I'm not staying here anymore. And then you take one step, just one. It doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real, because one step leads to another, and slowly things start to change, not overnight, not instantly, but gradually. And one day you'll look back And you won't recognize the person you used to be, not because everything was perfect, but because you finally had the courage to begin again. That's the part no one talks about. Starting again isn't about going back to zero. It's about starting from experience, from awareness, from growth. It's about building something new with everything you've learned. And yes, you might fail again. Things might not go as planned. You might face setbacks. But this time it's different because now you understand something most people never do. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of it. And every time you start again, you get closer to the life you want, closer to the person you're meant to become, closer to the version of you that doesn't regret staying stuck. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Stop waiting to feel ready. You won't stop telling yourself you'll start tomorrow because tomorrow is just another excuse. You already know what you need to do. You've known for a while. You've just been avoiding it, but you can't avoid it forever because that feeling inside you, that discomfort, that restlessness, it's not there by accident. It's there to push you, to wake you up, to remind you you're meant for more than this. So listen to it. Don't ignore it. Don't silence it. Because that voice, that's the part of you that still believes you can change, that still believes you can do better, that still believes you can start again. And maybe that's all you need, not certainty, not confidence. Just that small belief that things can be different, because they can, but only if you move, only if you decide, only if you take that first step. No one is coming to fix your life. No one is going to restart it for you. That's your responsibility, your choice, your power, and your future. It's not something that just happens. It's something you create with your actions, with your decisions, with what you choose to do today. So if you feel lost, if you feel behind, if you feel like you need to start over, good. That means you're aware, and awareness is where everything begins. You're not too late. You're not too far gone. You're not out of time. You're just at the point where you have to decide, do you stay where you are or do you finally start again? Because the life you want is still possible, but it's waiting for you on the other side of that decision.